they're selling the house in spite of the bee problem, but they do inform the next owners that there is a bee problem, that they'll do the best to get rid of what they know of. And they do that, and they sell the house. They did not remove all the bees. And the bee problem was so bad that they were in the walls and everything. And every now and then they'd walk into their house and there'd just be honey dripping down the walls. Like dark honey, so it's almost like blood. Whoa. Wow. That sure was an exciting way to start the show. I don't think I've ever killed a man before. But first, you people at home are probably all wondering, you know what just happened back there? I saw a thing which was not the normal opening of the Voog show, which is where I walked down. And then I walk over, and then I take my coat off, my spy coat off, and then, the camera moves, and then I take my nice jacket, and I take it, and I look at it long and then I think of centered and I put it on, everything's nice. But today different happened. Instead I got my face gun, got my mag pistol like this, and then, cause damage to my own home, like that, just now and again, after repair it. But it's all for the good of the viewer, because the viewer now is an idea what I'm talking about, because, as opposed to just saying I shot a guy with my mag pistol, I actually demonstrated to, that much simpler connection for the viewer to make, as opposed to me talking about it. So, it's all worth it to engender a closer mainly human connection. And all the time and effort and possible death due to radiation leakage due to the damage that is caused, all worth it for you, so you understand better. Because understanding is the hallmark of the connections. You need to understand before you connect to it. If I don't know what the internet, what the World Wide Web is, if I don't know what the World Wide Web, is, how am I going to know to go to the World Wide Web app on my computer, click it, and then go to it? So you have to understand, this is Voog. Voog, remember the name Voog. And Voog just killed a man. You have to remember understand that. Understand what you're connecting to before you connect to it. I'm a human just like you. Understand, know that. I just want to give my side of the situation. So what happens is, it's actually soon after, it was yesterday, 12 p.m., and I was low on food supplies, low on coffee. All I had was this stuff, isn't real coffee, it's cold for one thing. So I climb out of my bunker, and then surface of Ohio. I'm walking around, back and forth. Whoop. Where's the coffee? Where's clean water? Where are beans? Where are chocolate eggs? You know, it's all vital, necessary. I'm just looking to survive out here. Like my survival tips tell you how to do if you ever get stuck in this place. And so I'm just minding my own business. So this one is Voog. Remember, this one's Voog because it's just like this. And it's walking. This is me. Yay! You can tell because it's happy. Walking along, and then there's this one, which is, oh boy. Oh, hello, big scary mutant. I'm not racist, so I'm judging you based on your character, watching what you're doing. So I see a big scary mutant about 17 feet tall. And I'm saying, you know, I'm not racist, so I will judge you based on your character. So then, when they don't see me, maybe they do. I can only see from my eyes. From my eyes. Whoa. I cannot see from your eyes looking into Voog's eyes. So I follow around the meeting, and then lead me to some bushels of cream of wheat, and they're picking the cream of wheat for their family and community. And they've got so much cream of wheat. They have you know, they have tons of bushels of cream of wheat. Bushels of bushels. They have square bushels. Square bushels of cream of wheat. And there's plenty of cream of wheat for their entire family living inside this little disgusting shack. Smaller even than Voog's bunker. But much nicer because they're rich people and I'm poor, and so this is about class struggle. So he's a rich farmer type wearing this hat, wearing the rich farmer cap. And rich farmer clothes, unlike my cheap little bow tie. I have a cheap little bow tie. This mutant bow tie. So this was the size of it. Pretty exciting. So here I am, and there's bushels of cream of wheat. Oh, all this cream of wheat, I'm gonna eat comfortably for many days. Watch people that live in middling places in just terrible bunkers are starving to death around me. I hate them. He's the racist. So then the scared hyper mutant turns around and says, "Oh look, it's non-mutant human. I better eat it." Wriggle away. There you go. There you go. Whoa. There you go. There you go. There you go. Pew pew. Pew pew. And he goes, "Oh, I'll chase you." Because I'm not smart enough to realize that I have just claws and you have a gun. And so then there's run, I'm going, oh no, and then I run away into my bunker and he goes right after me and goes, oh no, pew pew, dead. It's the story, it's self-defense. Take me to the court, widowed family. Disagree. So you see there how, once again, even real life stories can follow a narrative structure because by the fact that they're being told. So you see exposition part 1, I'm hungry. Exposition, rising action, I go outside where there's radiation and I have to wear my coat and things. Climax is rising action 2. Rising action 2 is I see the mutant and it's scary. Climax sees me. Falling action. It's not really fall. I guess no wait. Exposition. I'm hungry. Rising action. I go outside and there's scary things out there like. The climax is I find the mutant. Wait. It's all, you know what? This is less of like a nice Shakespearean story, more like a pew-pew action story, because it ends with gunfighting, and also because it has just a very short with falling action. It's pretty much all exposition I'm hungry, then pretty much it's all rising up until when the mutant is dead. The falling action is what was filmed. well, it's what's after. So and the Falling Ash is just producers don't like the segment. It's not even a segment. Why? This is. It's just. I'm just being nice to you. You know, I'm going to all this trouble trying to make my story a nice story. Well, it's not even a story time. It's just supposed to be facts. It's not supposed to be stories. It's supposed to be bare facts, context, bare fact context to explain why I was shooting at the start. This isn't even. I'm giving you an extra story. There was already a story time a planned story time, an actual story. And this should just be their context, but instead I'm being a nice guy, telling it as a story, and then I'm breaking my balls here, trying to make it a real story, when it doesn't have to be. It's just should be bare fact context, which has already been given. It doesn't have to be a story, it's just bare fact context. Bare fact. It's hot survival tip number 13. Not everything has to be a story. Some of it is just bare fact context. Now it's time for a new segment called Details of the Modern Day. It is where I talk about contemporary social climate, and what's going on, in the modern day with politics, economics, murder, bloodshed, and today's specific feature, the criminal justice system of the Mutant Council, and why it is bad. As you know, this is particularly, noteworthy topic for Voog right now, because might have to participate in said criminal justice system quite soon, because this, and again, I sacrifice myself to provide bare fact context for you, the people at home, so you better, clear understanding of, what's been going on, instead of me having to use words to explain it, which are imprecise compared to actions. That is hot survival tip number 14. Actions speak louder than. Editing bot, don't edit that. Actions speak louder than words. Hot survival tip 15. So as you might imagine, the criminal justice system of the Mutant Council started out as a very small and tiny thing, which took because it was very simple. Mostly consisted of the chief of a mutant tribe, with two usually mutants, sometimes non-mutants, because at that time there were more non-mutants on the surface rather than pretty much just me. And they would basically say, one mutant says, you stole my cream of wheat, and this other mutant says no, and then you say, well, I guess there's only one way to resolve this, and then, but then the leader, mutant count of the tribe, the loosely affiliated tribe, well, sometimes they were called street gangs, and sometimes they were still called corporations, the remnant shells of former glorious empires that once existed and fought great battles in the New York Stock Exchange. It could be called many things at that time. The historically accepted name by our academics up on the scary surface world is tribes, because that fits up how bad they were. So they had their gun cuffs or their fisticuffs ready to go like that, but no, that did not happen, because there would be the leader of the council, the leader of the tribe, would say, no, don't do that, because you might damage our vital infrastructure for you to live. Because the thing about mutants is mutants are people too, but they're not, they're not as much people. They're still sort of people, but they're not as much people, so you don't have to feel bad when you kill, no matter how many of them you kill. Don't damage our vital infrastructure. We all need that to live. So instead of having you fight to the death, also you both probably provide something to the community. I mean, you grow cream of wheat, which is vital for our survival. You probably do something like maybe you pickpocket things, which provides... Maybe you are a pickpocket, which provides some sort of enemy for me to consolidate my power. Because the thing about mutants is that they rule by power instead of... They rule in it negatively. They rule against the pickpockets and the murderers and the wasteland, as opposed to your leaders down below, classic your leaders, who rule positively just because they're great. It says, okay, well, instead of you two just fighting out in the open and damaging vital infrastructure, why don't you fight each other, somewhere else? Or fight each other in an organized way. So instead of it being like pew pew pew, but imagine it's in a town. It's pew pew pew, but imagine it's in a small shack that's out of the way, and no one really cares whether it gets damaged or not because it exists only to be damaged. Sometimes it's not even a shack. Shack, in fact, is way too fancy. It takes too much effort to build a shack just to get it blown up. It's never ruled by aliens but mutants, sorry. Well, sometimes aliens. Aliens are usually above/below the concerns of the petty mutants and humans. Sometimes a mutant will come up or down, I don't know which. Doesn't matter which, the same. And will, steal some cream of wheat or do an abduction. And, more often stealing cream of wheat because they need to fly their starships. And usually they're able to get away with it just because they're aliens and have vast technologies beyond our, ability to physically grasp. Their technologies are just so large, and they themselves are so large. Like if I were to grasp an alien toe, I'd have to go like this. And even then, I might not get all of it. But sometimes the mutants will band together with ropes. And so instead of it being, got your toe, oh wait, you're so strong, you don't care about that, and you just killed me. That was a stupid idea. Hot Survivor tip number 16? Hot Survivor tip number 16, don't grab alien toes, because you'll just die probably. All the ropes and chains such that all around both legs, all toes and both legs, and then the alien says, stupid, I'm above you and better than you, and goes to walk, then oh no, whoa, and trips, falls over, and then they'll go through the mutant court process and probably win because they're so large they can, since their hands are still free, so they can just grab and kick their competitor. So after that happened about 7 times, the mutants, a few mutant tribes realized, well, this trial by combat thing isn't working because aliens and certain mutants who have, due to particularly vile doses of radiation, have become either larger and more scaly and vicious, or smaller and more pathetic and squishy. They will not do well in the trial by combat. The trial by combat really only works when most people are similar, or people like similar to me, Voog. So that's the dialectic going on there. So you have the positive, which is fighting. The positive, which is the trial by combat, then the thesis, and the antithesis is the aliens mess it up. And then the trial by combat, because of that, the setback, whoa. It's like Newtonian physics, which are wrong. Whoa. But for concepts it works. That's hot survival tip number 17. Newtonian physics only works with concepts. So then 17, the next stage, the synthesis, as it's sometimes called, is that what's called the psychic battle, which is where you'll have at this point the mutant tribal leaders, in order to help develop the sense of the opposition, made themselves opposed to the unthinking wasteland, started developing vast mental powers. And so what they would do is they would lock people psychic combat. And the antithesis of that is that it was stupid. So then the next synthesis 2 was what is called law, which is also stupid, but they haven't progressed to the next stage, which is arbitrary decision by the people in power, who know best by virtue of being in power. So yeah, it's something called law. I don't know, it's stupid.
Sleeping in silence is nice, but I don't sleep in quiet bed. I sleep outside my house because I'm with. Sleeping in warm bed is nice, but I don't sleep in my warm bed. I sleep in winter yard because I'm wet.
You know, maybe I shouldn't be drinking so much of this because it just kind of appear one day.
Because I'm wet.